What's up, my alphas? It's I, the Oracle of Evolution, John Paul here from Revolution Evolution, and I want to go through today why people's New Year's resolutions or workouts tend to fail when they're first starting up. One of the first major reasons is something I like to call butt syndrome. It has nothing to do with the human body, but it has everything to do with excuses. You have a lot of people that a lot of times come up with the buts and as to whys they can't start working out. But this, but that. I don't have the money, but I don't have the time, but I don't have the strength in the first place, or they don't have the endurance to actually start up working out, which is the whole reason they're supposed to be working out in the first place, to build that up. But the whole thing is, in my experience, you could even have people that are average to above average in health, and they actually have problems trying new things or trying out new gyms and so on and so forth. For instance, an example in my own life, I like to check out mixed martial arts schools, boxing gyms, Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, even dance studios. And so oftentimes I'll ask friends to go come join me. I get the often butt syndrome that they have. They'll talk about, but I'm not in shape yet, give me a couple weeks, which of course never actually comes. But I don't have the time, but I don't have the money. And that third one is oftentimes at a loss, because most of all, the best thing is that it's free most of the time. A lot of gyms will give you like a free class, sometimes even more than that, to check out their school and what they do, which is amazing. And I'm not just talking about mixed martial arts gyms, I'm talking about dance studios where you can learn the bachata or salsa, merengue or swing. You can do all these fun things for free in a free class or a couple of classes. And in general, it's an amazing experience to be able to do that with people that know what they're doing and professionals. So what is it about this syndrome, this butt syndrome? What it is just an excuse. This is another word for excuses, this butt syndrome that people have when you ask them to do things with you, or to start up a gym or work out, or to have a New Year's resolution. They have all these excuses as to why they can't do it. And instead, they're sitting on their butts at home, on their couches, watching movies, watching the new TV shows that are out, and basically just going through those and streaming them, having a TV marathon, playing video games, doing basically everything else but working out, because they have all these buts, all these excuses as to why they can't do things. And again, you'll get people of all various types of categories and abilities, and oftentimes it's the active couch potatoes and people that actually have health that have these buts as to why they can't do new things, like new gyms or whatnot. And if that's something that's happening to you, that's a check for yourself for your workouts, because if you're working out right, you'll be able to do any type of physical activity, whether it's dancing, mixed martial arts, whatever you want to do. If you're not doing the right type of workout and you're always tired, or you're feeling like you're sore all the time, there's something wrong with your workouts, and you should know that. So the first reason why people's resolutions usually fail, or when you're starting a new workout or continuing to work out or want to try a new workout, it's oftentimes that people have butt syndrome. What's the second reason is basically intertwined with what I just said. People don't know what their bodies are designed to do, so they don't know how workouts are supposed to be designed. Yeah, believe it or not, probably 99% of people in the gym don't know what they're supposed to be doing at a gym most of the time. That's why you have people that are looking around, seeing what other people are doing, comparing themselves to other people in the gym, which is really pointless at the end of the day, because that actually goes against what we're really supposed to be doing in the gym. And I'm gonna reveal that to you in a second. So you gotta think about what your body's evolved to do, because our hunter-gatherer ancestors did things for hundreds of thousands of years, and now your body's evolved to be this machine that does certain movements. Now, if you don't know what those movements are, you can't possibly mimic that in the gym. If you know anything about the gym is nothing but a surrogate form for our hunting and gathering, our physical lives that we used to have. Of course, our lives aren't physical anymore, so we try to do stuff in the gym for an hour, a measly hour, to make up for our active lives that we used to have. And it's not even gonna get there, to tell you the truth. But you still have to know the principles of how our bodies used to be active for most of human existence as hunter-gatherers living in tribes. So instead of being someone that's looking around and not knowing what to do in a gym, you have to know things like our hunter-gatherer ancestors. Basically, if you watch present-day hunter-gatherer tribes, they're involved in a lot of low intensity walking, low intensity activities. And that goes on for hours and hours lots of times when they're tracking animals or walking to a site where they're gonna go gather food like roots, berries, tubers, anything like that. And then after this low intensity work, they're gonna get hard and do the hard work that requires a lot of power. In the hunting phase, that's where you're fighting animals, using your weapons, going to battle with enemies. In the gathering phase, you're gonna be basically digging and picking things, carrying things. So that's using a lot of power. And that's something most people don't know, because in the gym, most gym workouts and most personal trainers stress strength. They want you to build big muscles and have big muscle fibers and get really strong. And that's what's backwards about the workouts nowadays in capitalism. It's all about just a look, how to appear healthy. And to our society, to appear healthy, you have to have big muscles, you have to have strength. And that's actually a fallacy. What you want to do is build strength through power. And according to the evolution, the three phases are this. First, there's the foundation of low intensity cardio endurance, mostly through walking. And then there's power after that. And then following that, there's strength. And when you go to the gym, most of the time, the personal trainers, what they're stressing is strength first. Or they might do like a little bit of endurance, then strength, and power saved for last. But really, our bodies are made for power and bursts of energy, more so than strength. And if you learn correctly how to be in the gym, you're gonna use powerful movements to build strength. So it's strength through power that you're creating. And of course, the foundation is just plain old walking and a lot of cardio. And most places get this wrong. Most people that work out, they might walk for like 5 to 15 minutes and then they get off. Or if they're messed up, they're gonna go do a short jog and run, which really is not what you should be doing, because again, our bodies are made for low intensity endurance, not high intensity endurance. And so a proper workout is a lot of walking. But anyhow, people will work out after that. And then they'll lead to the third thing as to why most workouts and New Year's resolutions end up failing. And that's basically because people get injured because they don't know what they're doing. When you don't know what you're doing, you end up getting injuries. And a lot of times that happens through strength training, because your muscles aren't warmed up properly and you start doing this heavy lifting and building muscle stuff that personal trainers be advocating, and you get injured. So there's tons of injuries when new people start up after the New Year's and they start trying new workout plans that their muscles aren't made to do in the first place, and also they aren't working out in the right way. So if you go to the gym for the first time, you're gonna look for that alpha male, but you won't even realize they're a fake alpha male, and that's you hold everything inside of you. You just have to have the right knowledge. So you'll have these personal trainers that people view as the alphas in the gym, or people that are big with muscles in the gym, and people will follow what they do. And in all actuality, they're fake alphas, because I know people like this in my personal life. They're often tired, they need to eat a lot of food, and their diet is actually really poor, and they just basically don't have the open mind and the physical ability to just try new activities and do things. Does that sound alpha to you? No, it isn't. So basically what you want to do to combat all three of these things is one major thing: learn about evolution. And when you learn about evolution, you're going to learn about your body, how it was conditioned and evolved, designed, you can say, to actually do certain things and to work out the proper ways. So in learning about evolution and how our bodies are designed, you'll be able to avoid the injuries and not knowing how workouts should be, and you won't have a butt syndrome, because at the end of the day, it's all going to be about habits. You have to build the right habits to actually start your workouts and keep them going. And the thing is, the habits aren't that hard. I remember when I used to work out and go to the gyms and do those 1 hour workouts, I would like almost dread it. Almost like how I used to dread running like 6 miles to 12 miles a day when I was doing marathons. So it's like, I don't want to do this, but you know, you get the ball rolling and you end up doing your workout, or you end up running like your 6 to 12 miles, whatever you're running. But in all reality, it doesn't have to be that hard. All you have to do is start with what the minimum is which is a walk, a plain old walk of low intensity endurance. So you jump on a treadmill, walk for as long as you possibly can. For me personally, I do hours and hours in the morning once I get up. And then after that, you have a workout that's based off of power. And a lot of my workouts that I design are 30 minutes or under, because you're supersetting. The workout is meant to emulate the fight or battle at the end of the hunt, where you're fighting an animal, and it's all out explosive power. So you want your workouts to be something that's basically supersetting, where you have no pauses and breaks in your workouts. So supersetting is something I like to do, and then you have a power focus, which is something I'll talk about in future videos. So again, you want to build your cardio, then power, then strength. That's what your body's evolved to do. When you do those things, your habits will form naturally. You'll just be doing intermittent fasting. Your workouts will be much shorter and based on power, and you'll actually be stronger because of it. And also you'll be doing a lot more cardio but at low intensity. So learn about evolution and you'll avoid having New Year's resolutions that fail and workouts that fail, because if you don't, the typical reasons why people fail will be these things. You'll have butt syndrome and have all types of excuses as to why you can't start in the first place, or you just don't know what to do once you get to the gym, or you'll just get injured once you get to the gym because you don't know what you're doing and you don't know how your body's evolved to do, and you're looking at the fake alpha males and alpha females in the gym, such as personal trainers in general, that don't have a clue about evolution and need to read more evolution books to understand what our bodies are evolved to do. So if you like this video, like, comment. So let me know what you think about evolution and working out. And like, comment, and subscribe, and sign up for the Revolution Evolution. It's the only mom recommended, God approved workouts online. So check it out.